another quick Kokology test video. Forgive me, this is my way of jumping in and making content for you all when I'm a little bit short at time for filming, and I did want to pop in and do this video together, of course. And I don't think we've done this one at all, which is lovely because you know I'm always confused, but this should be good. So this is a little bit different than a multiple choice. I feel like it's gonna ask you something in a different way, so we'll see from what I can tell. But let's get into it. This is called Trauma Central. Okay, this says, the emergency ward of a busy hospital is a chaos of wailing babies, patients moaning or struggling to describe their symptoms, and a disorderly procession of doctors, nurses, and paramedics all trying to do their job and stay out of each other's way. Side note, I really appreciate, especially you nurses are incredible. You're such hard workers. You do so much. I know a lot of nurses as well, and you're incredible. Incredible. Hardworking, just the best, dedicated. You're incredible. So yeah, that's just a side note, but anyway. We were going to do, I got like halfway through the video and then I realized that we've done that one before. Oh my gosh. Good luck to me when editing this. Okay, let's do this one that we definitely haven't done because this seems so insane. I don't think we've done this at all. So this one is called, I'm so annoyed with myself. Oh my gosh. This one is perfect for Halloween to get us in the spirit. This one is called Real Fear. The experience of virtual reality has been around for much longer than most people think. We call it a trip to the movies. A good film draws you into another world, playing out larger than life on a panoramic canvas and leaving only a pair of eyes there in the darkened theater to follow the action on screen. All of the emotions a movie can invoke, none can grip an audience so completely as fear. Maybe that's true. I'm afraid I've done this test already. No, this one we haven't done, sorry. I don't know if I should just put that whole last video in the bloopers, but I'm such an idiot, man. Okay, there is no such thing as virtual fear. Your heart pounds, your breath comes in fast and shallow, your nerves are like live wires, and your stomach rises into your throat. If that isn't real, nothing is. Everyone enjoys a good scare once in a while. Which of the following thrillers scares the pants off you? So I guess just pick one. Okay, ready? 1. A vengeance-crazed woman hunting down and destroying the people she hates. 2. A big-budget disaster flick with passengers trapped below decks aboard a sinking ocean liner. 3. A sinister serial killer selecting his victims at random. 4. An unstoppable alien life form wreaking havoc on Earth. So it says, which of the following thrillers scares the pants off of you? So which out of these 4 scenarios is the most scary? Sorry, my hair's just driving me nuts there. Okay. I'll read them again. 1. A vengeance-crazed woman hunting down and destroying the people she hates. 2. A big-budget disaster flick with passengers trapped below decks aboard a sinking ocean liner. 3. A sinister serial killer selecting his victims at random. 4. An unstoppable alien life form wreaking havoc on Earth. Okay, I chose mine. Now I'll read you the answers and what the key is, and so what this means. So let's see. This says, the key to real fear. We watch thrillers, chillers, slashers, and shockers because we want to be scared in a safe way. But it isn't necessary to go to a theater or video store to experience fear. The real world is frightening enough as it is. When selecting a scary movie, we don't just want to be scared. We choose to be scared by exactly those things that scare us the most. The type of film you selected reveals a source of anxiety that doesn't disappear from your mind after the ending credits roll. This is probably true. Fun fact, when we were young, my dad took my sisters and I to see Men in Black, and we ran out of the movie crying. Now, the idea of an alien invasion, it kind of thrills me. Like, I wouldn't be scared of that, but it's funny how that was terrifying as a child. I picked 3, okay? So let's read now what they mean. This is 1. You said, a vengeance-crazed woman hunting down and destroying the people she hates. To me, that's not scary. That sounds like justice. I'm kidding. Okay. This says, inhabiting a world filled with billions of other people scares you silly. The realm of personal relationships is a snake pit of unpredictable reactions and irrational acts. Perhaps you've already been involved in a few horror stories starring friends and family or lovers, but sometimes you just wish the world would leave you alone and go scare somebody else. Did you pick 4? Oh, sorry, 4. Did you pick 1, and was this accurate for you? I like the explanations. That's interesting. 2. If you said a big budget disaster flick with passengers trapped below decks aboard a sinking ocean liner. Okay, side note, maybe this would be the next one that I picked because I'm a little claustrophobic, and the idea of like a below deck situation or submarine situation actually scares me, but it kind of, the way they described this almost sounded like Titanic, which is kind of romantic, so I don't know. I couldn't think of that as being so scary, but this says, if you pick this, you're sensitive to the plight of passengers plunged from the heights of luxury to the depths of despair because you fear nothing more than an assault on the positive image you have of your life. You want to believe that things can be perfect, and you go out of your way to avoid any suggestions to the contrary. But as no ship is unsinkable, there's no such thing as a perfect life. Don't let that bother you too much. On this score, we're all in the same boat. The interpretation they gave was interesting. I didn't think it would go that way. That's interesting. Did you pick 2, and was that accurate for you? Next we have 3. This is what I picked. It says, a sinister serial killer selecting his victims at random. You seek safety in numbers against an incomprehensible, sometimes hostile world. You fear being separated from the group where you might make an easy prey. And this means you're sometimes too willing to sacrifice your identity in order to fit in. But the only way to make 2 friends, the kind who will stand by you when danger looms, is to have the courage to be yourself. That's interesting. Oh my gosh. I'll touch on this at the end. Let me just get through them. Interesting. Did you pick 3, and was that accurate for you? Lastly, we have 4. An unstoppable alien life form wreaking havoc on Earth. This says you fear that you're being overrated by the people around you. People you see as depending on you to be strong. You don't want to let those people down, but you're afraid that someday there will be a crisis too big for you to handle. Relax, you don't have to be perfect. Accept yourself and your limitations. No one else expects you to be invincible. Why should you? Another interesting explanation. Wow. Did you pick 4, and was that accurate for you? I'm bending the bejesus out of this book. Oh my gosh. I like this test actually. I liked one we did before this, and I like this one too. Interesting. So maybe this is true in a way. I think I was reflecting on this in the sense that I can be like a blunt Sagittarius, so in that sense I don't know if I'm so good at like blending in. But this was interesting that it said the only way to make true friends, the kind that will stand by you when danger looms, is to have the courage to be yourself. Sometimes I can be like a little bit, like I feel bad almost to disagree with someone, unless I completely disagree, but I feel bad to like, if someone says like, oh, I really liked, I don't know, like anything, like a shoe brand that I don't like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't like that. I'll be like, oh, yeah, I like it too. I almost feel bad on occasion to be disagreeable if someone's like really enthusiastic about something. Maybe I need to second guess this whole thing, because it's true, like I do like people who are like authentically themselves and who don't try to like fit in or, you know, be too much of a people pleasing yes person. But sometimes like I don't want to make someone, even if I feel passionate about something, sometimes if someone feels like a different way, I don't want to make them feel bad. Like, for example, a friend of mine like went to Italy and didn't like it, and I completely don't relate to that take whatsoever. And I said like, you're crazy, but I didn't want to be like really like making them feel bad. Everyone's entitled to feeling how they feel. But I don't know, maybe I'm like, maybe I'm a little too agreeable, you know, because I don't even think if I was in that position, if I knew someone liked Italy so much, I don't even think I would tell them that I didn't like it if I didn't like it. So that's interesting. That has me thinking, actually. How were these for you? Did you find them accurate? I'm still working on that iced coffee. This was a lot of fun. I liked it. And now, after doing this Kokology video twice in a row now, pretty much, and like both times I picked a test that I thought we didn't do, only to get like halfway through and realize we've done it. I need to go through this book and highlight the ones we've done, because picking these at random is just not working for me right now. I need to be organized. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate you. Thank you for your friendship, your love, and your support. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video, whether we agree or disagree.